Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, Breeze Heat family. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for all of the other recipes that I drop. And if you haven't already, go ahead over to my Instagram page at Breeze Heat and follow me there as well. You can also tag me in any of the meals that you recreate. But if you're here because you either typed in lobster fried rice, you seen my post, or you're just looking for something else to eat tonight. So here we have the lobster fried rice. I went ahead and did two plating options. Here is the second one. I'm showing you guys this because you'll see me do two different things with the lobsters. So for the fried lobster, I will go ahead and cut it in half. Make sure that you're using some kitchen scissors as well. You don't want to use any like regular dull scissors. Those might not work as well. So I cut it in half, pulled it apart, cleaned it out, and set it to the side. So what I did I had a whole lobster. If you want, you could do lobster tails. So if you're gonna do lobster tails, just do a third lobster tail instead of the claws and everything like that. So I took the second one and I cut the meat completely out of it just so I could add that lobster all up into that fried rice. And as you can see, there is a part of that needs to be taken out. This needs to be cleaned. Make sure that you are cleaning everything as you're cooking it. You don't want to be around here getting sick. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, and then after I pull it out, I'm going to go ahead and clean it. It was pretty hard to pull it out from the thing, but I did, and what I normally do, I don't know why I didn't do this on video, is I'll take a butter knife over the bottom part of the lobster, kind of just like get it off of that membrane, and at the top part, just to kind of disconnect it and make it a little bit easier to pull out. Don't ask why I didn't do it here. I think I was just rushing because I knew I was recording a video. So, yes. My camera pretty much died while I was making this. So you're going to go ahead and in a hot pan, have some olive oil, mix 2 tablespoons of butter with your lobster. I am cooking the lobster tail with it just because I wanted it to be that reddish color for when I plated it. Once that is all finished, set that to the side, and you're going to go ahead and add in your shrimp. I cooked those lobsters for probably like 6 to 7 minutes. Made sure that everything was done to how I wanted it. You want to kind of make sure that it's not all the way done because you're going to be finishing off a little bit in the rice just to give it that perfect temperature. And as the shrimp, as always, high heat. Here's that butter, 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Flip it, get that nice crispiness on it. I'm seasoning everything today with garlic powder, salt, pepper, and onion powder. I kind of made my own little mixture in the beginning, so you'll see me kind of multiple times go into that little clear container that has all of that in there. So next, this is for anybody who's going to do the fried lobster on top. You're going to go ahead and mix in that flour with all of your seasonings. Season the lobster tail and the flour with your 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt, pepper, and some Old Bay seasonings. One thing that I would suggest is that if you want this a little bit more crispy, what you could do is take an egg wash, which is pretty much like an egg and a little bit of water, mix it together, and you could double dip it. So if you wanted to have that like super, super crunch on the outside, you could definitely do that. I think I'll do that for my next one, honestly. I was just trying to test it out, see how it will work with just the one dip. But it honestly didn't come out too bad, so don't think that you have to do this, because if you don't do that step, totally okay. Comes out just as fine, just as yummy, and tasty as well. So the easiest way that you can tell that your oil is ready for something to go in it is if you have a wooden spoon, just stick the back of it in there, and if bubbles arise on the side of it, then 9 times out of 10, your oil is hot enough to fry whatever you're about to fry. So I went ahead, lobster doesn't take that long to cook, so I didn't let it fry that long. Put it inside the oil and kind of let it on each side cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I allowed it to cook for about an additional 3 minutes just to get an extra crunch on it because I did want it to be a little bit crispy. So you'll see me going in, separating them, making sure that they're just not sticking together as they're frying. You can honestly use a spatula. I use the fork just because it was a little bit easier because the lobsters aren't as big. But if you want to use a spatula, you already know how I feel. It's y'all world. We just living in it. Go ahead and use that spatula, baby. There's nothing wrong with a spatula or anything. So you go ahead and flip it. After 2 to 3 minutes on each side, you're going to let it get that super nice crispy doneness on it. And that's, like I said, this is for anybody who wants to do the fried lobster on top. Now it is time to get your fried rice going. You're going to go ahead. If you've seen the hibachi video, this is pretty much the exact same steps. So go ahead and watch just for a refresher, or if you want, you can just go ahead and make the fried rice simple how we did it before. So you're going to start off with your diced onion. I like to make mine in some olive oil just so it's heating nice and good. So you have your diced onion. You're going to go ahead and allow it to cook in that residual heat. And then next you're going to add in your peas and carrots. I left them frozen like I did in my hibachi video as well. Just because they cook in the residual heat, so there's no reason to have them like super like soft and everything like that, because they'll cook themselves out, which is totally fine. So you're gonna go ahead add in 2 tablespoons of garlic as well, minced garlic, fresh garlic. Who cares? If you want to get your hands all sticky and cut all of that, go ahead. I didn't feel like doing it today, and guess what? There's no problem with that. There's no problem. So don't think you got to go ahead and mince up all that garlic, because that was a lot of garlic. Frozen peas and carrots are going in now. And after you add your frozen peas and carrots, you're going to go ahead and add in your egg. I did 2 eggs. If you're a big fan of eggs and love eggs, add in more eggs. If you don't like that many eggs, don't add that many eggs. Just add one, add half an egg. Y'all already know the term. It's y'all world. We just living in it. Make your food how you want it to, like how you want to eat. Don't make your food how, oh, somebody else on the YouTube made it like this and I don't even like that, so I'm gonna try. No, make it. You're the one eating it, so make sure that you're gonna make it how you want it to be eaten. Here I am with that seasoning again. Just going in, sprinkling that over there. That garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper combo is just, it's honestly unmatched. I can put that on anything, and I probably put it on 90% of the food that I make. Here you're going to see me going in with my day-old rice. So if you know that you're going to make this video, I suggest that you make your rice the day before. Leave it in the fridge. It just kind of fries better when it's just been sitting there a little bit longer. Or if you're like, oh, I don't have all that time, do your rice in the morning, do it a couple hours before. Just allow it to kind of like get colder and kind of sit a little bit. But once again, day-old rice is the go-to for some fried rice. So my camera light is going in and out. Just please ignore that. Don't worry about it. We're still going to get this meal done nice and good. Make sure that you chop it all up because you don't want it to be super choppy or like have super thick pieces. So you're going to see me going in with the spatula a few times. There I am with that magical seasoning there. Sprinkle, as always. And you know it, soy sauce, hit it in. I say start light, then you build from there. You don't want to start super heavy and then have it super salty because you can't take it back. So start light, mix it on up, see how much you got, chop it all up, make sure that it's all good, and go from there. Add as much as you want, add as little as you want. Y'all know it. It's y'all world. We just living in it. Next, you're going to go in with some green onions that were chopped up. Go ahead, add all of those in. Ingredients and measurements will be listed below, but voila. Here you are. You added your shrimp in there, that lobster in there, and this is what your plate looks like. If you don't want to make it all fancy, you just want to eat it in a bowl, eat it in a bowl. But I just wanted to do this to show y'all. Y'all know I love a plate. But here's the finishing touches for that lobster and shrimp fried rice. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't already, like I said, go follow me on Instagram at brisheat. I'd love to see you guys try this out.